Hey guys, welcome to the Joy of Yoga. If you'd like to learn how to do this pose, then follow along because we'll show you every step of the way, beginner or not. Let's go. All right guys, so we're gonna come seated back to back. We wanna be tailbone to shoulders, so make sure you can feel each other's backs all the way through. Go ahead and come to a butterfly position with your legs. That's feet together, knees out wide, however's comfortable for you. We're gonna inhale, reach our arms up nice and tall, shoulders are still tracking down. Exhale, twist to the right. Place your right hand on your partner's left knee and your left hand on your right knee, and twist. Use those knees to pull and look through to the opposite side. Breathing here. Every time we inhale, we're lengthening. Every time we exhale, we're sinking just a little bit deeper. And then inhale the arms back up to center, and exhale, twisting to the left. Left hand now reaches to your partner's right knee. Your right hand is on your left knee. I hope you're not direction dyslexic. AcroYoga will flip things upside down. And always breathing. And then exhaling back to center. Now go ahead and take your legs straight out in front of you, feet together. Toes are flexed up towards the ceiling, so the legs are nice and engaged here. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up. One person will take the other person's wrists, and exhale, fold forward while the other person leans back, draping their spine over yours. Is that okay, Deb? And communicate here what you need, what your partner needs. If it's too much, not enough. It's all about communication and syncing up together. I really like to breathe into my back here, my back rib cage, kind of give my partner a little back massage as I do so. And then inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Now switching hands. And exhale, folding forward. I'm just resting my head on Deborah's back. I'm just allowing my spine to be supported by her body. It's a huge stretch in my shoulders right now. Just trying to let my spine relax. Inhale up to center, taking the arms straight out to the side. Exhale, one person will bring their arms underneath the others, then palm to palm, bring their hands together in front of them. And again, communication is key here. What's enough? What's not enough? No, that's perfect. Thank you. And then actually, if you're the person pressing your partner's palms together, you can actually push their arms straight out in front of you a little bit more. Yeah, and that'll create a nice little traction. And exhale back to center. Now I'm going to take my arms underneath Deborah's, come palm to palm, and press back. Is that good? So as you can see, Deborah's arms aren't on top of my shoulders and coming together. I have more open arms in this sense. So if you just keep practicing this, eventually your hands will get closer and closer together. If you do have somebody that's flexy, it helps to tuck your shoulders under their arms to give the space for their hands to come through. And then back to center, go ahead and lower down. Now we're gonna straddle our legs wide. Straddle means taking your feet as wide apart as you can and come left hip to left hip. So we're both gonna kind of scooch to the right a little bit. We wanna be in line, hips touching, shoulder to shoulder. We're gonna take a bro grip with our left hand. So that's thumbs together, fingers on the outside. And then we're gonna lay towards each other's midline, taking our arms up overhead. So here you really want to release your leg, release your back. If you need to put a pillow or a bolster or a blanket under your head because this is too intense, if your back's not that open, please feel free to modify however you can. Work with your body, not against your body. And I say this every time, but I could literally lay here forever. And then retaking that bro grip with your partner, helping each other to sit up nice and tall. And then now we're gonna just do a little spin, a little 180 spin facing the other direction now. Coming back to our big straddle. Perfect. So now we're right hip to right hip, right hands come together, lay back and in towards each other's midline. So in towards the center of the body and draping the arms overhead if comfortable. Or you can bring them to your chest. Again, whatever you need. Breathe and release. If you hold onto your leg, if you hold onto your back, your partner will feel it. So it's more comfortable if you just let go. And then whenever you feel ready, taking that right hand to right hand bro grip, helping each other to sit up nice and tall, and just doing your own forward fold here, whatever feels good for you. You can round the spine just to do a little counter stretch to that slight back bend we just took. Awesome. And then we're going to start some partner conditioning. So we're going to get warmed up, ready for our bird and bow pose. We're going to start what's called wheelbarrows. So I'm going to come into a high plank here. Then Deborah will take one of my ankles and then the other. As you can see, I'm not dropping or pulling my hips up. I'm in a nice straight plank, squeezing my feet together. Now she's going to take turns dropping one foot and then the other. Picks it back up. So what I'm trying to resist is that from happening, which means I have to squeeze my feet together. I have to use my whole body to stay up. And as you can see, she can kind of trick me and release the same foot more than once, or go fast or back and forth. All right, for about 30 seconds, lower down, and then now switch off with your partner. Hopefully they were nice to you, because now you can dish out whatever they just did. So Deborah's gonna present an ankle. I'll take the other one. She's in her nice plank. Feet come together. I can kind of stand in a little squat here. Save my back. Nice. Gotcha. Whoop. Nice. Keep breathing. You want to breathe into your chest, keeping the belly tight. Squeezing, send your energy out through your legs. Nice. And slowly lower down. Beautiful. All right, so now let's go ahead and stand facing your partner. Coming palm to palm, let's take our arms as straight out as they can go. And then once you feel a little bit of a lean, you can kind of start to step your feet back so you come into more of a plank. Do you mind leaning in just a little bit more? There we go. So it's important to find a nice, good, sweet spot here where we're both pressing equally, not one more so than the other. And we're gonna go for some partner push-ups. So we're gonna do this 5 times. So we'll turn that face. So we'll exhale, come to push, and back out. And as you can see, our arms are perfectly aligned with one another. So straight arms from shoulder to shoulder. If you're basing or flying, you always want your hands under the flyer's shoulders. How many is this? Okay. I said an odd number. Let's do 6. So 1 more after this. Nice. And then staying firmly connected, come to stand up. And then you can release. Nice, thank you. So now we'll take you through the pose that you're gonna be in if you're the flyer on the feet. You can actually come to the ground laying down on your tummy. Feet back, arms back by your side. And then you're gonna practice lifting your legs and your torso off the floor. So you're gonna lift the shoulders are rolling back and down towards the feet. Hands are reaching towards the feet. Legs are lifting up. So she's engaged through her whole body right now. And this is essentially the pose that you'll be in on the base's feet. Thank you, Deb. So Now, bird is always like a great entrance exit pose to learn. We're gonna show you a way to calibrate before actually lifting up into bird. This will get you used to taking the weight, giving trust, letting go of control. So as a base, I'm gonna lay down with my knees bent. I'm gonna lift my legs, bringing my knees into my chest, which gives my flyer room to step forward. You wanna make sure you can touch your flyer's toes with your hands. Make sure they're close enough. Now, just the start of the ball of my foot is gonna go right on her hip bone. So I'm gonna have her place them for me. I always have my flyer place my feet because they know where their hips are. Then she's gonna pelvic thrust, push those hips into my feet, leaning in to give me her weight. So now I have full control. She's gonna hold just like that, not bending forward. If you want, you can just have your arms straight out in front of you in case you just need to catch. I'm gonna bend my knees into my chest and press back out. If I press too far, she's gonna topple because literally I have her weight in her trust. So be mindful of where your flyer's at. We're getting used to the weight. It's okay if your bottom lifts off the ground just a little bit. You won't need to go this deep when we actually go to press up. Nice, so just do that 5 times. Once you feel ready, you're gonna bring the arms straight out in front of you as the flyer, fingers forward. What was the triple F? FFF. FFF, flyers, fingers forward, bases, fingers to the side. If we interlock or anything like that and we topple, phalanges might get broken, whatnot, so stay safe. Flyers, fingers forward. Once we make contact, as you can see, she's not bending forward. Yeah, because then I don't have anything to lift her with and it's all wonky. So now I'm gonna flex my toes towards my face, press up through the heels, and that's when she's gonna lift her legs up, lifting her torso. Now I can play here, we can stay holding with the hands. I can play with giving less gas where I flex my toes towards my face, or more gas pointing my feet up towards the ceiling, which raises and lowers her torso. As the flyer, you do not balance. You stay as tight and still as possible. The base is responsible for balancing the flyer. As you can see, my ankles are stacked over my hips. You want to get bone stacked here so you're not using muscle to work. If your knees are bent, that's okay. Just make sure that the ankles are still stacked over the hips, but eventually you want to push to straight and it will take a lot of the strain out. How you doing up there, Deb? This is a back workout for flyers here. So as you can see, we're hands-free. Let's go ahead and bring our hands back together. If you feel unstable, you can always play with just taking one hand away, okay? And then communicate. If you feel as the flyer like you're gonna fall forward, ask for more gas and vice versa, okay? So a little challenge here. If you want, you can rotate the hips, staying connected, or free bird is what we call no hands. So I'm just swiveling my hips side to side. And you can also practice squatting your flyer. So bend my knees, press back up. Again, you can do this with hands or without hands, whatever level you're at or working towards. All right, so now to set my flyer down, I'm going to bend my knees and push my arms strong. If I also bend my elbows as I bend my knees, that doesn't help your flyer stand up. Thank you, Deb. Sorry. Okay, so now we're gonna show you how to take that a step further. If you're ready for an extra challenge, if you felt really solid, we can go into what's called a bow pose. So same way we've entered in before, getting the feet set. I pull her in, press up through the heels, and lift her. As you can see, her chest is really lifted, shoulders are rolling back and down her spine. If she were to collapse her shoulders, go ahead and collapse a little bit. That's really hard to hold bird. So lift that chest up, look up, beautiful. So once we feel stable here, I'm going to really point my toes here to give her some extra torso lift as she reaches back for one ankle. Nice and slow and controlled, we're no sporadic movements. And then the other. How do you feel, Deb? Good. More toe, right there. Yeah, that feel better. Cool. So again, always communicate with your partner. What are they needing? What are they wanting? Beautiful. And then now slowly unhooking herself. Beautiful. Fix the toes and then bend the knees. Stay strong in the arms to stand your flyer back up. Now let's go ahead and switch positions here so that way the base gets a chance to fly, flyer gets a chance of base. So Deborah's gonna lay on her back, bring her knees up into her chest, which gives me room to step forward. She's gonna make sure she can touch my toes with her hands. I'm gonna place the ball of her foot right on my hip bone. So just under, right where the ball is about to start, goes right over that hip bone ball. I have some pointy hip bones too. And then pelvic thrust. I push my hips forward, reach my hands out, and then she can do ski slopes again. Just getting used to my weight and whatnot, bringing her knees into her chest and pushing back out, but not too far because then I topple. There's a sweet spot. Let's do it 2 more times. Nice. 1 more. And then now this time we're ready to make connection. She'll flex her toes towards her face, push up through the heels as I bring my feet up and together. Torso is lifted. When we feel secure, we take the hands away. Do you feel a little bit? A little bit? Yeah. So we feel just a tiny bit off, not necessarily enough to come down. We can always take our hands. I can lift a hip to readjust, and then come back. That feels good. All right. Ba, 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 ba. And then again, she can play with swiveling her hips. So literally you're just rotating the hip one side to the other, nice and slow and controlled here. Everything is slow. No sudden movements. I'm letting her balance me. I have to trust that whatever dip or turn we make, she's going to account for that in the balance. Nice. Boom. And then we could take hands. She's going to bend the knees, staying strong in the arms. I set my foot down. Ah. Yay. So now we just wanted to demonstrate for you some fun things that you can do from bird. Again, if you just keep at it, stay consistent and practice, these are some things that you can look forward to learning. They're not so hard that nobody can do it unless you're like total fitness extraordinaire. Again, just with some practice and somebody that you like to play with. All right. To hold that is a little bit hard. Big headed though. And then this direction. And also, we wanted to give a special shout out to Mr. Logan and his mom. Thank you guys so much for following along. We wore Batman just for you, Logan. What's up? We love Batman and we love you, buddy. So stick with it. Can't wait to see you. Thank you so much for following along to part 2. Please subscribe so you can follow along to part 3 and 4 and 5 and all the other parts. We're gonna keep bringing you how-to yoga challenge videos so that way you can break them down, figure out that it's not just the pros that are able to do this. It does not matter your background, your fitness level, or anything. I started acro without any fitness background experience. I couldn't touch my toes. This is what practice looks like. This is what playing looks like. So grab friends, just have fun. Don't forget to laugh, and we'll see you later. Also, check out the links below so you can find where Deborah and I are at, find out more information about us. I have lots of acro on my channel as well. So thank you, and let me know what you guys think, if you're having fun with this and what you're looking forward to most.